There we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. My name is Joseph Tittel, aka Spiritman J.T, bringer of love, light, truth, predictions, prophecy, all kinds of lovely things like that. Today is August 4th, 8/4/2021, and I am here to bring you your August energy report and predictions. So, first and foremost, be sure to subscribe down below. And even if you do think you subscribe, double check and click the bell, followed by all, to ensure that you get notifications for live video events and new uploads. Also, down below, you will find links to all my social media, including a link to my recent Transform into Abundance program and newsletter at the top. Because as we enter into this lion's portal, and as the lion begins to roar, it is a very special and very powerful time for all of us that we can utilize, especially when in the world of economy and such. But moving on to that, thanks to all my love to all of you, my supporters. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for your chat cash. Thanks to my subscribe stars for shining brightly on the Awaken Your Spirit community. Also down below, which I will be doing a special meditation with my community members this Sunday to take advantage of this energy that we're in. Because like I said, this is a very powerful energy that we are in. And let me just do not disturb that. There we go. And this all started on the 26th. And it's extremely extra special this year for several reasons. Keep in mind, in the way we are in an 8-month, obviously. 8 is a very powerful magical number. I even have it's the infinity symbol sideways, which you see in my bear. Which within my bear, that infinity symbol, that reddish brown ink actually comes from one of the vortex stones here in Sedona. The 8 is a very lucky number, and in many Asian cultures, if you go to a business that's owned by Asian, different cultures, they have the number 8 framed really beautifully behind their counter, or they have it in their cash register, keeping the number 8 written on paper in your wallet. All good luck, and all has to do with money and abundance and so forth. But at the same time, in the way of numerology and the year that we're in, the 5-year, that puts us now currently in a 4-month. Remember last year, universally, the whole planet for the whole entire 2020 was in a 4. Well, we're in that 4-month right now. And in that 4, it's going to bring lots of restrictions, lots of holdbacks, and lots of other things, which I'm going to talk to you about in a moment. But I decided to split this video, and I'm going to do 2 different things today. Just to let you know, today we're going to talk about the portal, how to take advantage of it, and in the way of the economy, because I got a lot of predictions when I was focusing and channeling the information that are related to economical things, food, so forth, goods, jobs, career, so forth. So we're going to talk about that today. That will be my top predictions for today. And then either tomorrow or Friday evening, you can join me live again, and I'm going to do the top 20 predictions, world global predictions for August forward. So keep an eye out for that. Again, be sure to subscribe below so that you know when that's coming about. So as the Lionsgate, basically, again, the cycle starts on the 26th of July, and it goes over till about the 12th of August. But the 8th of August, that 8/8, that double 8, that magical number, this goes back to ancient Egypt cultures and even ancient African cultures, with this whole alignment with the planet, with the star Sirius, the brightest star, and how it aligns with the Giza Plateau and such on 8/8. That's why they call that particular exact date the time of the portal opening, when that all aligns. But the energy, again, just like a retrograde, how we have the pre-shadow, the direct, and the post-shadow. It comes in, it peaks or opens. Particularly this one opens because it's at the highest point and it's brightest. So it all began on the 26th, and you can already feel the energies from this. You can already feel the intensity of things coming to surface. This is what's powerful about this cycle. It's a high vibrational energy, and that high vibrational energy is sent down in the way of rays of light to the earth when that gate fully opens on 8/8. That's why I did the transfer. And I actually didn't even think about this when I launched my Transform into Abundance program that starts Sunday, 8/8. I did it around the number 8, of course, but didn't think about the whole Lionsgate portal opening, which makes it more powerful. A time for us to manifest and also get rid of things. But here, this is what makes it extra special this year. It just so happens that this happens to be on the new moon, during the new moon cycle. And during this new moon cycle in Arizona here, it's at 6:50 a.m. Arizona time, which would be 9:50 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States, North America. And you can figure out that in your time zone, but that's when the new moon comes in on 8/8. So it's powerful the night before, especially Saturday night, of making a list of things to clear and get rid of. But again, you can look more deeper into that, and I will enlighten my community members about that when we do the meditation this weekend. But this can open up a lot of major gateways for us. So this deepens our strength and our connection between both Mother Earth and the Great Spirit, the divine creator, or God, or goddess. This is a time where toxic patterns, behaviors, and even addictions are faced head on. These things come out. This is a time for us to conquer them and close those doors completely once and for all. This can open us up to amazing, amazing spiritual ascensions, but only if we're willing to tackle that in which we come face to face with. If we're not willing to tackle it and work through it, we lose that opportunity of this gate, which opens every year on 8/8. But again, this year is extra special because it's a new moon, and the new moon's all about manifesting and making things happen. That's why when I go into the economy, I'll tell you a little bit about that in a moment. But this can help us gain so much insight and bring more perspectives on issues or just on life in general. A great time, but remember, for great spiritual growth, there's always faced with a big obstacle, and we have to defeat that obstacle to achieve that spiritual growth. It's an award, reward, award, whatever you want to call it. So this takes me into predictions in the way of the economy. So being that we are in that 8 month, which all is reflected around economical, money and so forth, but at the same time, we're in that 4 energy universally for the month, which is going to cause restrictions and everything that we dealt with last year. Things with the health. And I mean, like, some of you will agree that this past week or so has felt almost like a Mercury retrograde, with the exception, knock on wood, of electronics, which some people might be experiencing that. It's the fire burning within us, that Leo, that lion, that roar. So this is going to cause roars in the economical structure, because they want a great reset. This is their plan. This is the Illuminati, dark, deep, Luciferian sickos, and this is what they plan. They put it out in writing. You can look that all up, and I've talked about it many times. And it is in writing, even on their websites. And they take advantage of numbers. They work around the numbers, like the 11, the 22. Like, I can just instantly pops up in my mind the date 8/22. August 22nd. So something I would imagine is powerful will happen then, but then also the 11th, 8/11, because the 11th of this month, we're still coming out of that Lion's Gate opening. The door's closing. It closes on the 12th, I think, 14th. So they could take advantage of that as far as collapsing structures with the stock markets and so forth. And this is some of the information that I will read off my list that I channeled through today. So besides economy, with the whole restriction thing and everything for the August energy that we're in, remember, Sunday is a super rebirth new moon. We get 3 of them a year that fall in between the long retrograde post-shadow cycles. And that makes it even more powerful. We're in 8/8, new moon, super rebirth new moon. Big time, powerful. At the same time, the billionaires are going to take advantage of this to any way they can. But let me talk about the restrictions besides the money and the economy. The CDD, Disease and Control People Center, is going to enact new restrictions, especially on restaurants, and even some types of theaters are going to become new types of restrictions. It's going to go beyond this pass that they're trying to get you to have, which New York's already requiring and has their own pass system to go to the gyms or do anything, all to give you that, JAB. I don't know about you, but I'm not getting that JAB. But these are new restrictions. This is something different. And the whole masks coming back in many states and countries is all about to happen again. It probably is happening. I haven't paid attention to any news or anything in about almost 2 weeks. So probably is already happening, except, someone in our Zoom chat was just telling me about the New York pass and what they're doing there, which does not surprise me. But this is all coming out. Again, in this month of August, you can expect more restrictions, special restrictions, and a lot of this is going to go into their, other strain that they're talking about, the variant, so to speak. And the variant, what I wrote here, is nothing compared to what is yet to come in the year 2022. So a huge fight is going to ignite over this medical pass, including into the courts and the Supreme Court justices. That's where this will all lead to. So when you see this all happening this month, and restrictions and new restrictions, and they come up with new silly restrictions to enslave us even more, there's going to be a huge fight over this. And it's going to ignite. Probably already is. Already the match is already lit. We just need to light the bonfire. And this will be drug into the court systems and the Supreme Court justices, especially in the United States. Or other countries like Australia are getting away with this, totally suppressing their people, totally enslaving their people. A huge fight will begin to ignite. So huge fluctuations going into the economy. And I know a lot of you want to hear about the economy and investments. I should have actually titled this video that specifically. Huge fluctuations in the stock markets this month, of course, and some big downfalls. And I wouldn't be at all surprised that one of those major stock market like dips happens around the 11th, maybe even on the 8th. But and then as we go into it, don't expect, you can expect something as early as this Friday, this weekend, a couple days from today. The 6th? Expect something on that day as well. But there's going to be huge fluctuations in the markets, while a new crypto will skyrocket upwards and then will be brought right back down. And that's exactly how I got the information. So, I mean, save the million comments of what crypto it is, because I don't know. It's a newer crypto. I'm not saying it's brand new like this month. It could be. I mean, it could be this month. And if anybody knows one on 8.8, you do let me know. But a new crypto, again, skyrockets up, but it goes up so fast, was my feeling, that it's brought right back down. And it's brought back down by posts that are posted by different billionaires like Elon Musk on Twitter and things like that. And you'll see that happening, and you'll know which one it is. Going up, probably going up now, skyrocketing, and then going down and clashing greatly. And in that line, I said skyrockets up and then brought down quickly. Billionaires will cash in once again. So whatever this is, with this new crypto that's going to skyrocket, you'll know too, because the billionaires, it says they're going to cash in again, big time, from what's going to happen this month in the way of the stock markets, crypto, and also what I'm about to talk about with minerals and such. So an increase in solar energy investments is also about to be brought down. So there will be an increase. There already has. It's been ongoing increase in solar power, solar houses, solar panels, which takes minerals like silver to make, which was a great investment, a couple years ago when I told you to invest in silver. You won't regret it. And if you did, you definitely don't regret it. But I see Biden administration putting on some kind of restrictions as there's a new increase in solar investments, but then somehow or another it's brought down by the Biden administration. And that, again, I would expect to happen this month while we're in that 8 energy. Investments in silver, when the price drops low, is best bet for this time period. So apparently there's going to be a low drop in silver. I don't know what silver prices are, but a low drop. And that would be the best time to get in and buy it and hold on to it. Don't expect to be an instant millionaire. I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible if you got that kind of investment. But that's the way to do it. Interesting is the whole solar powered, but the whole battery and rechargeable batteries and so forth, lithium and cobalt came to my mind, especially cobalt, and investing in certain mines that mine cobalt, lithium and cobalt to make rechargeable batteries. So lithium and cobalt will make for great investments, especially longer term investments. Biden administration limits and restricts gold in 2021 and 2022. I don't know exactly what that means. All I know is that exactly what I wrote and channeled through. Biden administration limits and restricts gold in 2021, 2022. And that looked like literally a news headline. If y'all that have been following me since I've been doing predictions, 15 years, I would see things in news headlines back in the day, more in news headlines. Now I see it as watching a movie. It's a little different, but I still see news headlines. And that's what I saw as a news headline. Biden administration limits and restricts gold. And I saw another one. Biden administration restricts gold. Big one. And as I'm talking to you about this, it makes me think of the time of the Great Depression when they came knocking on your door and taking your gold. That pops in my mind. So not that they're going to knock on our door and take our gold, but metaphorically in the way of prophecy and visions, that would make me think that they're taking the gold. They're not taking it from us, but they're taking the gold. They're doing something and taking the gold. So large increases in gas prices are coming. Large increases. I paid $3.39 a gallon yesterday. I don't know if that's a lot, but when I looked at the pump, I was like, that seems like an awful lot. And I know that it's $5 a gallon out in California in some places, $6, maybe even in Alaska. But I see large increases in gas prices coming, especially as we enter into September and the fall season. So the second half of September, I'm thinking about this a little bit more. This is just how I wrote the vision today. We go into that last approximate 8-week cycle of pre-retrograde shadow and all in the end of September. October is an intense month. That would be a time where there'd be big problems with that. I will get more information on that in my top 20 predictions that I put out within the next day or two. So keep an eye out for that. I see a large Amazon walkout and big Amazon controversy. This includes, and this is just popping in my mind now. This is my notes. This will include fast food chains and other corporate stores. Like, for example, Starbucks. It means I just said that and typed it in. I'm going to say Starbucks as well. But I see large Amazon walkout, like a big thing with Amazon. Big controversy around that. And part of it seems like it's probably happening now in some form, but they're covering it up because they keep showing me a blanket going over Amazon boxes. Like, we're covering up the Amazon boxes. So I keep seeing that vision right now. But then as I'm talking to you again, so I get fast food chains and other corporate agglomerates like Starbucks, big controversies, walkouts, and so forth. The media is going to be forced to black out this story, especially, again, not what I just added in with the food chains, but with the Amazon walkout, Amazon controversy, media forced to black out this story, which means they're not blacking it out. They're forced to, but we'll still hear about it. And I'm already putting it out to you before it happens. United States contracts a new military weapon building program. So I literally saw a vision of like contracts on the table with the general there and Biden signing off on it. Like literally what they do when we go to war, they start making more weapons, or, more bullets or whatever. But I see a contract, a big thick contract for a new military weapon building program, which takes me into the investments. And that's why I threw that in with this particular video and feed, because if anybody knows anything, I do not, with investing in those areas, that's another way. That's how the billionaires become trillionaires. They invest into those companies that make these weapons. And that's why likely I had that vision, because I was focused on economy. Takes me to huge strikes and walkouts that also will include fire departments, law enforcement, airlines, and government strikes in the United States, United Kingdom, England, and globally. Again, huge strikes and walkouts. And this came right after the Amazon walkout vision that I had, including fire departments, law enforcement, airlines, government jobs strike in the United States, and again, globally. It almost is like it may start or ignite in the United States and spread globally. United Kingdom, England, and so forth. And I feel like, again, this is already happening on a small level, but nothing in comparison to what's going to happen. And I don't know if this will all be August, again, it is a month of taking our power back. It is a month of that 8 and all that. It's possible, but definitely we're going to see this coming up over the next 6 months. Truckers are going to be paid and forced to strike or appear to strike in order to block specific goods from moving. So again, we're going to know when this happens, where these truckers are all of a sudden strike. They go on strike and they move a specific product. I'm not sure what that product is, but I would definitely think it would have a lot to do with food, providing food to certain areas, or shipping food from so that it don't go bad. And they're being literally paid to strike. So they're not really on strike. They're being paid to be on strike. And that's a cover up to stop specific goods from moving in. And if I have this and it came through exactly the way I just read it to you from my vision today, the way I channeled it right through, I'm going to think that even though, they're being paid to strike and so forth, somehow or another, we're going to find this out and we're going to know. And we're going to keep our eyes specifically on the goods that they're trying to prevent from being moved and shipped. A breakdown of unions and labor forces. So not only will we see trucker strikes, but we're going to see a whole breakdown of the unions, like the steelworkers union or the meat cutters union or whatever, and labor forces, a big breakdown of both. So that's coming, which probably would include with the strikes and everything I talked about just previously, because they go usually hand in hand when I'm channeling this information through. The beginning stages of an economic collapse has begun, folks. It has and will become evident, especially this month, in Australia, Canada, parts of Asia. The euro is about to collapse into a new currency. Talks about this are being conducted currently behind closed doors, which means we don't know about it. These doors will spring a leak very soon. So again, something they're planning around the euro, that particular currency first, which may be one that they're going to try to collapse first for their great reset. That's why they're pushing for Australia and then England and all that. They're pushing so hard on all the restrictions and such. So again, there's already they're talking and planning behind closed doors that we don't know of on a conscious level, but subconsciously and intuitively we know. And these doors, again, are going to spring a leak, which means this information is going to get out in some form. Maybe it already has, that they're about to collapse that euro and put something new in place. That's, again, that collapse doesn't mean it's happening this month. I wouldn't doubt it, but the talks are happening. They're already setting a plan in motion, which means when they set a plan in motion, it usually happens, within a couple months at the most. And that pretty much. Oh, last thing, as I was talking to my people in my Zoom chat from the Subscribe Star community, I saw this, and I'll read exactly what I typed. Spirit shows me this glistening gold coin with a man's face on it spinning, and it was a big coin. And I feel like I knew, can't picture it. This just happened to me literally 20 minutes ago, and it was a big coin. I mean, like a really big coin, like that big. And I had a man, bald head, kind of looking off to the side, and it was something spectacular about this gold coin, and it was spinning really slow, and I don't know what was happening with it, but it was spinning. And this was the last thing I wasn't even, I was done my list that I just gave you and the information that I channeled through today. But this is something, again, as I went between my car to this spot here in beautiful Sedona, Arizona, that vision of that coin spinning. So again, it was gold. It glistened extra specially, extra shiny. So I would take that there's got to be something with gold and a new gold coin. That's all I got. So I'll try to get more information on that. I'll try to channel that in and bring that into the next video. But until then, that's what we have. Take advantage of this Lion's Gate portal opening up. Take advantage of facing those things that you need to change, the things that this energy is there to help you to change, to help you let go of, to step into your power, to not allow others to control you, to be able to say yes to you and no to others when need be. And of course, say yes to others when need be. But this is a time to step into your power, to step into your magic, step into your energy, and to manifest and make the best out of the cycle that we're in already, but even more so to focus that energy, that intention, and that love and that energy on Sunday, 8/8. Really, really important, folks. Take benefit of it. It's there. These astrological cycles and energy cycles are put into place for us to take advantage of. But humans don't always want to face their guck. They don't want to face their issues. They don't want to look in the mirror. And these things could be as simple as a pattern, like for example, my desire to get back into the good flow of yoga. Really important. One of the things spotlighted in my world the past couple of days. All kinds of things. Changing of eating habits. Another thing that highlighted. I was fortunate. My neighbor gave me a whole freezer full of the best fish from Alaska. Oh my Lord, thank you. I'm blessed. But until the next time, folks, be sure to subscribe below. I am Spiritman J.T, bringer of love, light, truth, predictions, and prophecy. And remember, more importantly, to celebrate life, celebrate you, celebrate the amazing you that you are, and celebrate the blessings and miracles and flows of abundance, joy, and happiness that flow into your life. The more you do, the more you get. The more you bitch and complain, the more universe gives you to bitch and complain about. Spirit